Hello, welcome to Math 118. My name is Jay Brewer. I will be your instructor for this course. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of a review of our syllabus and try to answer some of your questions before you ask them. So we are going to go over the syllabus briefly. As you can see here, we have, unfortunately, due to COVID, everything is remote again. So we'll have a live Zoom class from 12:45 p.m. to 2:06 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can see my email here. I prefer email through the regular L-Tri-C email. I don't really like Canvas. It just ends up sending it to me twice. And then I think that I didn't answer you, so then I end up answering you twice. Sorry. I guess it's better to be answered twice than not at all. I will be having remote office hours. You can see they're Tuesday and Thursday from 8 a.m. to noon. We will have class through Canvas and through Pearson. Our course will start January 15th and end on May 8th. We will also have a final that will be, I will send you out the final exam schedule as soon as I get that. You can see your prerequisites. So at this point, this should either be your third math course at L-Tri-C or it could be your first. I'm expecting you guys to have a higher caliber of learning than my younger students in Math 90 or Math 105, younger in the sense of the number of courses they've taken. You have no co-requisite. Our textbook for this semester is Business Mathematics, the 14th edition. Unfortunately, I don't have my textbook yet, so I can't show you what mine looks like. But I can tell you that this is the information you want to use to get yours off of the bookstore. You do need to have the MyLabs Plus. Normally, I would tell you that if you really just wanted to get the textbook and you didn't want the MyLabs Plus, I would work with you. Unfortunately, due to COVID, you have to have that. If you really can't afford it, please email me. We can talk about it. A scientific or financial calculator is required. If you can't afford the calculator and you don't currently have one, contact me. Desmos is available and it's free online, so I'm fine with that. That's just the textbook information again. So our course is, you can read it there. Basically, I like to think of it as applied mathematics. We're going to be dealing mostly with the finances of things, taxes, payroll, simple interest, discounts, mortgages, all the things that basically make adults have headaches. That's what we're going to work with. Don't be surprised if I end up needing time to answer a question that you might ask. This is my first time teaching this course. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not know everything involved with it. I am obviously, as you can tell, since it's December 28th, putting in the effort to work through some of the material ahead of time. But again, I basically try to do things along with my students when I'm teaching them. So that is my hope that you'll appreciate that. You can see that we have our course objectives here. We have our course content. Now, what I would like you to keep in mind is that, I'll come back to that in a minute. As you can see here for weeks 1 and 2, they are all prerequisite materials. So even though I could spend probably the whole 2 weeks discussing those points, I would really prefer if we were able to kind of get that done out of the way early. So if you guys can work on that stuff over winter break, and then that weekend that you have, like the 15th, 16th, 17th, prior to our Tuesday session, so even that Monday, if you're not completely bogged down with other coursework, please go ahead and go into my math labs and work through chapter chapter 1, 2, and 4 homework, and even maybe chapter 3 homework, and then we can get right on rolling with chapter 5. That's really where this course is going to pick up. um, I will do my best to get you guys through these early chapters. As you can see here, we're going to have 2 major quizzes. My quizzes will be written on paper. You will scan them and email them to me, and hopefully, you'll be able to get that done on time. Always talk to me. Don't ever not turn something in. It's definitely better for me if you turn it in than if I have to give you a 0. You can see that we have 1 major exam here. I'm not sure if it's going to cover that many items. That's why I'm doing the 2 major quizzes. So we'll see how much of the information there is going to be on the first test. I always try to give um, a test review when possible, like the week ahead of time. So we'll see about that as well. Chapter 2, or sorry, excuse me, test 2. I'm okay with those 3 chapter exams, so that'll be good. As well as chapter 3, or exam 3 rather, is also smaller, so I'm also okay with that. Comprehensive finals, they're not really my favorite. We'll see if I do a comprehensive final. Um, I might just make you do a final exam that'll just be on chapters 12 and 13. But we'll see. I might throw some other problems on there that are going to cover the other chapters. I will be making my own final exam. So again, it'll kind of just depend on what I find. Um, Student resources, you have tutoring available. I can tell you just from past experiences of being a tutor that a lot of students have trouble with the taxes. That's typically when I see students in the tutoring lab. I will probably be volunteering in the tutoring lab this semester, so you might see my name, you might not. It just depends on if they need me or not. We'll have videos and online resources available, guided notes on Canvas, which are strongly encouraged for you to take a look at, especially if you miss a course or a lecture. Make sure you watch my video that'll be up on Canvas, as well as taking the notes that you would have missed. Um, Again, MyLabs Plus is required. And then basically watch this video and keep an eye out on your emails. What I skipped: course policies and guidelines. Um, this is a really small class. Basically, you pretty much should be coming to it all the time. If I don't have you, then I basically don't have a class, so it'll be for a very boring conversation. I like to teach my applied courses as more of a discussion, so definitely come prepared to talk. Um, I'll obviously have problems to go over with you, but you're going to get a lot more out of it if there's a conversation back and forth. If you end up needing or feeling like you want to withdraw, please come talk to me first. I promise you, I'm not a hard grader. I really give a lot of opportunity for improvement. I get a lot of opportunity for success. I'm really here to help you guys succeed. So honestly, if you ask some of my past students who have withdrawn, they probably would not recommend doing it after getting another professor. Classroom policies. In order to be the most successful, you must complete all assigned work. Absolutely. Don't skip anything. Trust me, giving you a 0 does not make me warm and fuzzy on the inside. It actually makes me very, very sad. Take time, if you haven't already, to look at the L-Tri-C policies and student handbook. I might be pretty easy on the grading side of things, but I don't tolerate cheating. And if I feel like you're cheating, I will turn you in. That's not anything I deal with. Student services for support with disabilities. If you talk to me, I'm going to help you get the support you need. I've helped many students in the past, and I don't have a problem doing that. All test and work to test as well as answer keys must be turned in on the daily exam. Failure to do so will be a grade of a 0 for the exam. Again, I don't want to give you zeros, so try to just turn in your work on time. You can see that you basically just need a 90 to get an A. An 80 gives you a B, a 70 a C, and a 60 a D. Anything below a D is going to be an F, and I don't foresee anyone doing that unless you just don't turn anything in. We have 3 major exams along with the final exam. We'll have quizzes, we'll have assigned homework. I may or may not end up throwing in a project. I may or may not end up throwing in a paper. It just kind of depends. Like I said, I haven't taught this before, so I don't really know what I want to do, but I will communicate with you guys ahead of time in doing that, especially with any kind of changes. If anyone would prefer a paper, please let me know. If you guys are more writing based than not, I will try to work that in there. All right, so that is your syllabus in a nutshell. I want to show you, next I want to show you the, how to get into my L-Tri-C, just in case you are new to L-Tri-C. So as you can see here, this is my L-Tri-C. I'm going to log in. And obviously yours will look a little bit different on the student side. I'm going to connect to Canvas. And this is what mine looks like right now. I'm starting with you guys, so my stats class isn't published yet. I'm going to click into ours. And again, I haven't uploaded that much material yet, but you can see your syllabus and your pacing guide. This will be where you will find all the rest of your material. I will be adding in notes that will be going over any of our lecture videos. My video from today will go right here, and that kind of stuff. So it hasn't, it's not completed obviously at the moment, but you can go in, and if you were to need to get another copy of your syllabus or the pacing guide, it is there. Let's see. That should be pretty much about it in terms of the course. As far as myself, I've been teaching for L-Tri-C since the fall of 2019. I enjoyed being on campus, highly. I loved being up at Tamaqua. I originally started teaching at the Jim Thorpe campus, which we no longer have access to. And I tutored at Jim Thorpe and Tamaqua. So, like I said, really loved being a part of campus. I enjoy being around students. As you can see, I also work at the Sylvan Learning Center. So I tend to do that in the evenings, as well as I teach for Northampton Community College. I have a master's in applied mathematics, and my bachelor's is from Penn State. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. So I'm pretty well-rounded in my education. I will be finding out in January if I will be getting admitted to the PhD program at Lehigh University for pure mathematics. So you guys could be the last sets of students that I teach for Lehigh, well, L-Tri-C and Northampton this spring for, I think, 5 years. But I will be teaching as I get my PhD just at Lehigh University, which is very exciting. So fingers crossed for me. Hope you all have a lovely New Year's, and I will see you on January 19th. Bye, guys.